that is not the one I wanted though. Hello, darlings. Oops, no, wrong dashboard. There we go. Oh, nice. Oh, that's what it is. Different level. Hello, darlings. So I'm switching up a few details real quick. Goodness. Hello, hello. I'm about to be ready to delete this. There we go. Old laptop, it does take a little while for it to kick over. Ah, there's my fangs. So we can get those back in. Hello, darlings. Get the fangs in before you put the gloss on. Let's see. Oh, no, don't need that. Okay, let me see. Don't need a new scene. Don't need to edit the transition. Oh, made the world's smallest. Here we go. I think it was Lo-Fi Witch was the one that we were doing, yes? No, not a new scene. Lo-Fi Witch, there it is. Ha! Hello, my darling, how are you doing? So sorry I was staring at it. I'm trying to get the multi-stream up and running, and I completely forgot that I had downloaded some new overlays, but I hadn't done anything with them yet. Oh, that was quite the pain in the ass. Okay, there we go. Lo-Fi Witch. There we go. That's better. Okay, so let us begin with the going of live. Hello, cuddle, cuddle, cuddle. Boop. How are you doing today, darling? Have we been having fun? Are we doing okay today? Sorry, it's a dental adhesive, therefore it needs contact with moisture. I thought I had... Oh. Well, Instagram is just going to have to sit this one out then. And everybody else, I guess, will have to come along. Just chatting. Ah, there we go. Hello, 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 hello. Thank you, darlings. Oh, thank you so much for being so lovely. Sorry, pardon me, I thought I would have this multi-stream set up a little bit early, but it's being what it is. Let's see, it is a sanguine... There we go. How are we doing this evening? Daily. Other's fine. That seems good. Seems fine. Oh, definitely not made for children, no. Confirm and go live. Oh, that's right. Close that one. Don't worry about that one. Sorry about this, darlings. There we go. Let's see if this one works. Confirm and go live. There we are. I'm so sorry. Technology. Tired and hungry. I did have myself a bit of something to eat already. Thank you all for reminding me to actually have something to eat. I went ahead and had some of those lovely little dumplings. Not the shumai, but the goiza, the pot stickers. Hello, Gregory, how do you do? Going to stream a game. Ooh, game marathons, yay. Okay, let me turn on my overhead light and grab a little something to drink. Let's see. Just have one of these for now. Hello, darlings. How are we? Oh, I got all the way up just to forget to grab the cards. Apparently Klimt has come to play. Hello. How do we all do? Oh, everybody gets a good angle today. So I have a bit of a multi-stream going on. And if you see me looking over here, it's just because I'm so used to looking at a computer monitor for input. Yes, we've got... So everybody may feel free to ask questions. I know some people do not know who I am, as I am sometimes sanguine, sometimes inner. This is Inner Bathory. The persona is Inner Bathory tonight. Card readings, hey, that's just straight up good old-fashioned sanguine threats. And now you cannot see a damn thing. Back up just a touch. There we go. Sorry, I had to back up just a touch. Hello, darling. So yes, I've got my cards with me. I can do all of those lovely, lovely things. Aww. I mean, there are quite a few places where you can find me speaking besides here. As long as you're over a certain age. And I do plan on doing more audio work as well, because people seem to very much like this voice, and you know what? I don't mind it either. I had quite a bit of fun out today, just even at the grocery store. Walking around, keeping it nice and thick. It worked quite well. Always. Why shouldn't I? I'm a hedonist, for goodness sake. And I've been playing ever so nice, ever so polite. Still, I'll always keep it civil, of course, in mixed company. Hello, darlings! Hello, how are you doing, Brad? How are you doing, Queen? Yes, actually, I dated a couple of lesbians. They were ever so wonderful. And then, well, one of them turned out to not be such a wonderful person, but, you know, the other person chose somebody else, so, yeah. I've dated quite heavily towards men. But no, I have dated outside of, you know, men and women. I dated somebody who was, I believe, non-binary, and just starting that journey of their own accord, so. So how's everybody doing? I will make sure to cycle through and look at everybody. I try. Well, no, I don't try. I am. Also, it's a lip stain, so if I do smudgy, it'll just smear and get muddy, so. Doing good today, very she, her, very in a bathroom. Thank you very much. Oh, I decided I'm not going to live stream me playing video games anymore. I realize there are certain things that I can control, but other things I could not control. And yeah, some of the back chatter that I got on some of the games that I was on, I was like, no, that's too much of a risk. No. So, no worries. It's all good. Also, you know, I didn't want to devolve into being that toxic person. It just didn't suit me. I did not like how I was becoming. There we go, darling. In a bathroom. There we go. Right. And it's like I didn't want to be that toxic person who just like sat there till a vein was throbbing in their head, and I'm just like, you know what, no, I'm supposed to be a place where we can actually talk and have discussion and decompress. So if I'm not actually paying attention to my audience, it felt rude. Just felt rude after a fashion. And I would much rather spend my time well with people who are, you know, exciting. Good to know, I guess. There we go. For me, mostly, it was just my teammates were not staying on the point. Why aren't you on the point? The point is the entire point of the game, whether you are defensive or offensive. The point is the entire point of the game. If you are half a click away from the point, you're not doing the point any good. In fact, you're letting somebody, a singular person, fast track the end of the game. Like, fight for it. How did I become a witch? Well, basically, I was evangelical Christian for about 20 some odd years, and it just didn't suit me. It didn't speak to me. There was no resonance. And then one day I walked into a metaphysical shop, and it felt like I had just taken a breath of air. And I gravitated towards very certain things very, very quickly. And that's how I kind of figured out, oh, got it. So, moved myself out of the church shortly after, and then just stayed much more true to myself since then. Most of the principles of any faith are about the same anyways. You know, be kind, do unto. Don't bitch if karma smacks you across the face for being a jackass. You know, the usuals. No, you do not have to find a coven. I thought that for the longest time, that I had to find a coven, And I have learned much more recently that my calling to be just a singular person who occasionally gets together with friends and does witchy is okay. That is actually perfectly fine. They're called hedge witches. Has nothing to do with a verdant garden. It just is what you are, a person who goes out and does your own thing, walks your own path. Right? And here's the whole thing. You can get your unalives. You can absolutely get your unalives. But do it on the point. That's the whole point of it. Like, I think some of the best games I have ever had were like almost an hour long, and it was a dogfight the entire time. Like, I couldn't even be mad at my teammates. Like, everybody was fighting, everybody was hard to unalive, and every last person did their absolute best, and it just either went one way or the other. And you know, it came down to skill. And I absolutely adore those. Those are my absolute favorites. But when they're just, like, they're literally so far off point that they are doing absolutely no good, and then they're whining about not being healed. Well, where's your healer? Oh, is your healer on point? Be on point then. Or they're like, why didn't you protect the point? Because I'm DPS and I can't heal myself. So while I took out 2 of them, the 3rd one got me. Oh, darn. Oops. Well, correct that as you see fit. Hello, darling. But yes, if anybody needs your cards read, by all means, do feel free to have. There are, oh my goodness, we're over 2K. Thank you so much. They're doing a liking and tapping and sharing over here, and I'm so proud of them. Oh, darlings. But yes, Blinks and Lio, it's only $5 per card. Do feel free. And if you're a subscriber, you do get a free card pull each month. I'm very much an ambivert. Overall, I become introverted mostly so that I can observe how people act and react. I step back, I calm myself, and I become a bit of a wallflower for just, you know, a little while usually, just to see what the etiquette is. Because the last thing I want to do is charge in like a bull, which I have done before, charge in like a bull, and just think that I know how to act and react in a situation, and it turns out, oh no, etiquette is very different here. And then, of course, I've made a jackass of myself, and just, I don't like doing that. So, you know, I sit back, I tend to observe for a short bit, and then once I get comfortable, or it's seen that the party needs somebody to be more extroverted to get it rolling, then my more extroverted side will tend to come out a bit more. Okay. Hello, 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 my darlings. Queen of Pentacles. The quiet purse strings. Kind of feeling like it's tilted though, so. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody, usually of a feminine energy, who kind of holds the purse strings. It's communication with finesse. Kings tend to be communication very directly. Queens tend to be communication but with finesse. And this very much feels like kind of stern feminine energy. Matriarchal, matronly in nature. They hold the purse strings. Most partly because they are worried about overindulgence, overspenditures. I think they may have been raised in a household that had to very much watch where every penny was pinched from. And they are somewhat passing this on to you. On many levels, they really do want what is best overall for your safety, for your health, for your overall thriving. But at times you can feel it's a little bit push and pull and you're not quite sure why. And it feels like it's old training that is bringing them back to that same way they now treat money in front of you. It feels like you may need to change your perspective slightly on how and why they are doing certain things. And I know that can be very difficult at times, especially for a cat. But yeah, adjust your perception ever so slightly and see where you can both compromise. Oh, thank you. Solo Giovanni, number 5, red lip stain. We've got a Wet n Wild, basically, eye pencil around, eye lip pencil combo around, and then a little bit of NYX Modern Palette Dreamer, the silver color. Absolutely adored. Oh, and a little bit of LA Colors holographic lip gloss, just to give it a little bit of shine. Hello, hello, darlings. Welcome on this Monday. Do feel free to like, share, and encourage others to show up and join. If people like the vibes, or if you think people might like my vibes, by all means, share me with them. This is a place of pretty much low judgment. It's a salon. We are meant to sit and decompress and enjoy each other's company. Oh, thank you so much, darling. I'm feeling very inner-bathery today, and I plan on doing quite a bit of inner-bathery content if I can, so I'm in the good mood and I'm trying to keep it there. And as usual, you know, working to pay bills as usual. So if people would like to find me where my artwork is, that would be the coffee store. If you would like to support me more directly as a small creator, that would be like Throne. If you like to get your cards read by any means, by all means I should say, feel free to go and hit up one of the payment options, and it's $5 per card, and then I read them live for you. That way you know it's me reading and not somebody who's slid into your DMs, gotten your money, and then absconded. Ah, yes. So yes, Blinks and Lio are the place you go. Like the first 2 to 4 can all actually be used as ways to purchase cards. You're welcome, my darling. So I have press-on nails. I do have a lot of watercolor art up there as well. I am definitely trying to thin the herd because I need to move probably within the next couple of months, and as much padding as I could build up to make that move a little bit easier. That'd be really, really nice. I believe I have a new couple of options opening up in about October, November-ish. Cards are like gentle divination. They give you little road maps, little signs of what's going on, kind of things that might be known to you or maybe not known to you. Sometimes you're a little too close to the forest because of the tree. So it helps to tell you where you are, what's going on, and give you a decent prediction of what an outcome is going to be if you continue on that same path. That way you have a little time to like adjust things here or there. It's much less of a hard yes, hard no, versus a this is a roadmap. Sometimes there's going to be some detours, and sometimes there's going to be a flooded shoulder and the like, but yeah. So some people, that is absolutely their jam. They vibe with it. It gives them a lot of insight and information. To other people, it scares the absolute daylights out of. I understand if you like them or don't like them. It's okay. Yes, I am in California, and I'm, for the most part, planning to stay in California until I become very financially stable. At which point I will probably think about going elsewhere, because it is exceedingly expensive, and I'm not always a fan of the governorship around here. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Da, da, da. Oh, thank you so much for the gift, darling. There we go. Do I work? I have been looking for a decently solid 9 to 5, or even a part-time at this point, for quite some time. So I do a lot of freelance, or at least I try to do a lot of freelance, and I have spread myself quite a bit across the internet. So audio, video, spicy, non-spicy, artwork, all the like. I do everything that I can, as best that I can. Yes, I am in SoCal. I live near enough to LA. Because if I say LA County is massive. Oh, thank you so much for the subscription, darling. Would you like a free card pull? Anytime somebody becomes a subscriber during the month, they may ask for a free card pull at any point in time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I know exactly what you're speaking of. Newport is just, whew, goodness expensive. Oh yes. Ah, no worries, darling. So let us So I like to make sure that they are very thoroughly mixed. That way it becomes exponentially more chance if something were to be the same pull. Ooh, Le Monde. Of course, this is styled after Klimt, so sometimes there's a bit of artistic. Yes, Le Monde, the world. So it's building potential and bringing something to fruition. Something that apparently you've been working on for a decent amount of time. Quite a decent amount of time. Yes, you know, of course, when anything's about ready to be spit into creation, there's always those tremors, those fears about, oh, is this going to come out the way I hope it is? Because I've already worked so hard on it. And yes. It's going... it's definitely going to start out the way you meant it to. And it's going to become something far more than you knew it could be. So in a good way, it's going to escape you. Escape is the wrong word. It's going to outgrow the confines that you originally thought that it would meet. It's going to get past that. See, open yourself up to actually exploring that new world. Don't think small. Don't think a small moon. Think the world. But yeah, do it. Especially if it's artistic. Do it. You've got some good ideas. You definitely have some good ideas. You're welcome, my darling. Hello, everybody. In about 3, how do you do? Yes, that is actual villain era gray, not just my hair being dyed. Yes, I am in a she-her mood. And yes, those are things I made of myself. How's everybody doing this evening? I know a lot of people are just getting off of work, especially if you're West Coast. Those pot stickers were really good. Trying to decide if I want to make bone broth tomorrow. Because I did just get those pork bones in. Trying to decide what my flavor profile should be. Well, I have about 5 decks that I routinely have on board. I read quite heavily from Shadowscape and Steampunk. Those, it's funny because everybody loves Shadowscape because it reads you for absolute filth. It is just, I love it, but it is absolutely ruthless. And then there's, of course, my Steampunk deck, what people love for the opposite reason, because it's very optimistic, it's very go-getter, has a lovely way about it. But I have 3 others. I have the Lover's Path, Klimt, and Mucha, and those just resonated with me. When I picked them up, I liked the feel. It resonated well. Now, I've also been gifted a few decks. One of them screamed constantly when I picked it up. I had to get rid of it. I literally had to get rid of it. Me and them just, I did once pick up a deck because I liked the artwork, but I didn't really like the vibe of it, and boy, when I took it out of the package, it was even more, it was constantly predicting doom, and I did not need doom. I needed something a little bit lighter. And then, I also picked up, I picked up another deck because I was supporting an organization, but honestly, when I unwrapped it and I pulled it out, it felt like it was just printed on paper, and it had no vibe to it whatsoever. It was just printed on paper, and I'm like, there is no love in this deck, none whatsoever. This is just marketing. This was not a labor of love, not truly. So yes, it was. Oh yes, absolutely. And I'm an intuitive reader, so when it comes down to it, my intuition is everything. So when I have gravitated towards something, I tend to go with it. And when I don't gravitate towards something, Hello, darling, how are you doing? Sudsy Sweet Scorpio. Oh, I love the alliteration. How do you do, magic? Hello, hello. Don't mind me, I'm going back and forth between the two. I always must make sure. Oh, good. So yes, if you become a subscriber, you do get a free card pull when I'm reading tarot cards, which is any time that I am live. So do feel free to ask at any point in time. Thank you so much for getting me up over, I'm thinking we're almost close to 4K now with the likes. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the gifts, for the likes, the sharings, the clicking of bio links and all that kind of good stuff. Nice, perfect. I'll draw it for you then. And then if anybody wants to purchase card reads, it's only $5 per card. And then by all means, let me know once you've purchased them. So say you want a 10 card read, which is a Celtic cross. It's the full thing. You would go $50 because 5 times 10 is 50. And then you're good to go, and I will come back and I will give you a very detailed read. Hello, darling. Oh, the last week or so has been absolutely insanity in mundanity. So, yes, for about a week almost, I did not have access to my account whatsoever for any number of reasons. I talked to my legal department, I talked to their legal department, not my legal, their legal department. That seems to have cleared some things up, but it was such a pain in the ass. But yes, Monday through Wednesday I will be here, I will be doing the salons, so please share me with everybody, especially people you think that would like the vibe. So, we are doing the card pull for my newest subscriber. Oh, that's an interesting. What is it with these single card major arcana pulls? So, this has come up for our dear magic. And it's the Lovers. But it doesn't feel quite right completely upside down. Doesn't feel quite right here. It feels much more like it's teetering in between. Not so much between love and hate, but just should we not? Should we not? Do you follow the passion? Do you err on the side of caution? Do you go full Romeo Juliet, and we all know how that ended? Or do you err towards, this seems like fun, but I don't think that it is a good idea overall, the long term. Fair. So you're, yeah. I mean, if it was, I say this as a hedonist and as a person who has a decent amount of experience with it. If it was a one-night stand, enjoy it for what it was. Enjoy the moment that you had together. Don't try to turn those into more if you haven't already built a solid connection outside of that kind of an intimacy. If it's a will you, won't you, really see what kind of strength you have as a relationship sans physical intimacies. Definitely communicate. Like, when you break up, there does tend to be some hurt, some regret. I know this from straight up experience. But that person is actually still my best friend to this day. And I got them introduced to their fiancé, now husband, of over a decade and a half. So I absolutely understand. I really, truly do. But yeah, it's never something that is easy. If he so intently and easily listens to others about how he feels or how he processes a situation, is he going to be the kind of person who shows up for your relationship? Or is he going to be the kind of person who will say one thing to you and then have a friend whisper in their ear and then shift not only how they think but how they treat you? You may be better with some time apart, and I know it's the painful thing, but take some time apart and process some of the bigger feelings first. Hello, darling. How do you do, Holly? If this is his first big relationship, then he may need to, and I'm not saying in this, oh my goodness, he needs to have therapy. He may need to actually go and see a licensed therapist of some variety who can help him process those big emotions without bias. Because friends are always going to have bias, and quite often friends will be vicious to people that they think might hurt their friend. So it becomes a sticky situation. I'm doing quite well, and you? So yes, hello. This is the persona in a battery, hence the accent and the thangs. Feeling very she-her today, thank you very much. But yes, we're sitting, we're talking, we're reading cards, and we're doing our thing. You're welcome. I know it's not easy. I know, like literally from first-hand experience, I know this is not easy. But yeah, sometimes you have to remove your bias from the situation. Is there anybody here who needs their cards read, subscriber-wise? Because if you're a subscriber and you haven't already, feel free to ask and I will read cards for you. I like to do everything live, that way you know you're actually getting your cards read by me. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Looks like if I get another 2 in the next 7 minutes, I will be on some sort of sprint. So. This is the 3rd major arcana I have pulled in a row. On single card pulls, mixed every time. Definitely feels... This feels correct. So it is the sun, but in reverse. More like coming down a meteor. Usually a sun is the center of attention, the focus, the thing that everybody wants to look at. But oh my goodness, it's so bright, my eyes hurt. This, on the other hand, feels like the end collapse of a dying star. Which sounded far more dramatic than what it actually is. I'm so sorry. Feels like you were going along quite well. Absolutely having a sun moment. Everything shines on you. It's fantastic. It's lovely. And it feels like now things are cooling down. Cooling down, coming down. The focus is switched away from where you feel it should be. And you're not sure if that's a good thing or not. Because you've been used to being in that kind of sun era where everything is, you know, growing around you and going up. But just remember, the sun not only provides life, but the sun can take it as well. Because if it's too bright, too hot for too long, it scorches everything around it. It's okay to have cooling down periods. It's not the world ending. It's not the sun collapsing in on itself. Sorry, the drama in my head is just like melodramatic. Specifically melodramatic level. Yeah, it's not going to go away forever. It's just the moon doing its thing, giving everybody a rest, let it cool down for a little bit. That way when you come up again, people go, yay, we needed this again, it's light. So yeah. It's cyclical. It's cyclical. So you're going to be back in the sun position soon enough. But any little cooling down periods, take that as it is. A time for you to rest, a time for you to, you know, disengage for a little bit, to recoup yourself, refill your own cups, as it were. And then when you get back into sun position, you're refreshed and recharged rather than constantly being tired and worn. I hope that makes sense. I almost want to say you're a Leo, but that would be presumptive of me. Fair enough. Ah, Taurus. Oh, Taurus. Okay. That makes more sense. I was like, because I felt stubborn energy, and for some reason I always think Leo when I think stubborn energy. I don't know, I don't think Taurus first. But fair. Yes, if you go up to the Blinks in Lio, there should be a couple of payment methods readily available. So feel free to have that. It's only $5 per card. It should pop up almost automatically for me, but just let me know how many you paid for, and I will read them live for you so that you know you are actually being read by me. Stubborn can be a good thing every now and again. Just Recognize you don't have to be the center of the herd. I didn't know. Pardon. For some reason, I don't know why, but I keep seeming to put on the denture adhesive a little too much. Yeah, no, I feel you. See, I'm a Gemini, so I need a lot of stimulation most of the time to like feel that I'm in the right place, and just when things are slow, I'm like, what did I do wrong? Why has the universe abandoned me? Why is there nothing going on? Why is nothing in my favor? And then people are like, do you know what calm feels like? I'm like, ADHD and Gemini. No, I do not. I'm almost fully used to this now, yes. I tend not to wear that bottom plate. I just don't love it. I think maybe once I get my, final set, sure, but like as it is, I'm just like, eh. Right, we're good people. We're good people. Just sometimes you need to jingle some keys in front of us or else we wander off. Like, air bubbles. So sorry about that. I had so many broken teeth. So many broken teeth by the time they pulled everything out. They extracted 24. Every single one of them had major flaws and defects in them. I think the ones that they ended up keeping, those were probably the worst ones. But yeah, like, the ones I got back, every single one of them. Cavity, cracked, broken, flawed, fucked. Just, Dead part! Yay! Thyroid problems, malabsorption due to gastric bypass, cancer, bunch of other things. Yeah, just like the deck was stacked. Those things were not staying in my mouth. Sorry, to me, gallows humor. I'm the one on the floorboards. Nobody panic. Thank you so much for getting me up over 5K. We have a 1-card pull. Same. Literally the day after I got everything pulled, I had to go into the dentist, get something else done real quick. I had so much less anxiety going back in once I had them all pulled. Because what are you going to do to me now? I don't have teeth. I no longer have to worry about those nerve endings shooting off and putting me on the floor in the fetal position. So what you gonna do now? I got a little cavalier about it. Ah, perfect. I will get that pulled for you, my dear April. Hello, darlings. Hello. Oh, off to you, Minecraft. Have a good one, darlings. Oh, yeah. The sensitivity level. Oh, the sensitivity level. Trust me, it goes away. Now, it doesn't go fully away. Like, I will admit I went back a couple weeks later to get, like, just the little things done here and there. Taking out of stitches and whatnot. And when I heard drills, when I heard the sound of the dentist, I did have, like, a, tense moment. But it was nowhere near the same as the full-on panic attacks that I used to have in the chair. So it changes greatly once you get them out. It really, really does. And if you ever have questions, do feel free to ask. There's quite a few people who are denture wearers here on this platform who talk quite freely about their journey. And if anybody ever wanted to grab me some of that Dentatch, it's actually over on my throne room. feel free to have at. Also, if people would like to find me elsewhere around the interwebs and whatnot, Throne is Good Keys to the Kingdom. I've put abbreviated lists of where I am depending on where I am located and what kind of thing people are looking for. So yes. So let's pull for April. Okay, this is the 4th major arcana in a row for a single card pull. Are you all okay? Like, seriously, are y'all okay? Bunch of fucking major life events here. April. Temperance. Temperance. You... I don't know if it's your spirit guides, your deities, your ancestors, but the suggestion for temperance has people just cackling. I am guessing you are not well known for your temperance. Temperance just means learning to take the extra beat. Temperance just means moderation. You can still do all those things. You can still do as you please, do as you want. But, it has to be in stride. You cannot simply follow your whim, your instinct, your passion, your will. You have to learn the balance between all and nothing. Seems like it is, when it comes to you, it seems like things are either tended towards the all or the nothing. A very Gemini way of thinking. Also sometimes a very Scorpio way of thinking. But, temperance in this particular instance will do you good. Acting too strongly, aggressively, or becoming completely recluse will not resolve the issue. In fact, it'll create their own set of just more things to deal with on down the line, which is not where you want to be. So, at least for this instance, temperance, let it be your guide. Let that middle path, that moderation, be the guide. Because without it, consequences either way, rather than just dealing with something calmly and in the moment with an even hand. Sorry, whoever is standing over your shoulder, the just absolute uproarious amounts of laughter when I suggested temperance, so yeah. I know you want to resist, but it's part of the adulting. It's part of the adulting, I know. Hello everybody, how do you do? If you're a subscriber, you do get a free 1 card a month pull. Feel free to ask for that at any point in time. If you would like your cards read by any means, say you need like a 3 card, a 5 card, a 10 card, whichever, by all means, feel free to go up to the links in bio and just let me know how many you purchased and we'll be good to go. I will read them live so you know that it is me reading. Yeah, learn to redirect the stronger impulse into more... What's the word I'm looking for? direct that energy and passion into things that actually produce, necessitates, or otherwise gets you the things that you need without being the steamroller that goes just straight through the situation. Take the footpath around, maybe pick some blackberries along the way, present to Bridge Troll, head on over. But yeah, put the energy that you would normally have for that and yeah, ugh. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Find the balance. Find the balance. Because, yeah, if you go all in, it's too much. And then you have to gently backtrack, going, oh, okay, you know what, right, maybe I put a little too much into that. You don't want to have to do that every time. You want to get your message across the first time and not have to put in so much extra work for that. So, that needs ice. That needs ice. I'll be right back. I'm just going to grab a little bit of something. Hello, darling. How are we doing today? How are we? And I've already put up on the calendar that I'll be on tomorrow night and the night after. Again, 4 through 7 Pacific Standard Time. I'm doing quite well today. How are you doing? There's nothing to eat. If you have questions, do feel free to ask. I know I always garner questions. So I have a multi-stream kind of going on right here. So if you see me kind of looking back and forth between the two, don't worry, it's just I happen to have a multi-stream going. And whichever stream is more chatty is where I'm going to be interacting more often, but I will look around, I promise. So, darlings, what shall we talk about? Oh, good. Everybody seems to be doing pretty good. And then they asked to get their card pull. And then it turns out to be a Major Arcana. Oh my god, what if this becomes my Major Arcana deck? Kind of not against that. That'd be funny if this became my single card pull deck. Oh. Try readjusting the words. Sometimes the auto filters are just ever so finicky. Like Clint's deck. Single card pull! Do I just need to get rid of all of the do I just need to get rid of the minor arcana and just read only the major arcana? That'd be hilarious, having to split a deck between the two. I'm doing quite nicely. How are you doing today? Hopefully I'm looking fabulous and hedonistic. Yeah. Dominant and servable. Oh, good, good, good. No, I haven't seen a single comment past the hellos and highs. Oh, it went quite well. And I did take an overall of everything that I bought. Basically a little over 2 bags, $100. A couple weeks ago, and I know that I've posted those ones up. A couple weeks ago, it was only like $40 per bag. Today was... Ugh. And it wasn't like I was even buying that expensive per item. But just, overall, it was quite expensive. Oh, that's a shame. I'm so sorry, darling. I'm guessing it's work, life, personal life, all that kind of good stuff. I live in Southern California. Oh, yes. I'm amazed people haven't just started walking in with a cart, filling the cart, and then just walking right back out. Like, what do you do when your populace starves? That does not ever turn out well. That does not ever turn out well. Especially when you're supposedly the 6th largest economy in the world, which is what California supposedly is. But when you have this much of your populace in poverty and starving, it's not good. It's not good. It never ends well. But yes. Hello, hello. Was I riffling for somebody? No. So I was like, my brain got off on the, oh wait, was I supposed to be pulling for someone? No, not pulling. Now, if anybody else, if you are a subscriber, by all means, ask for your 1 free per month. We will get those pulled, and if you just need your cards pulled for every other reason, say more than 1 card, by all means, let me know. Once you have visited the Blinks and Lio. And if you're trying to find me elsewhere around the webs, also Blinks and Lio will probably very much be where you want to go. So, what is everybody up to today? Oh. Hello, darling. Now, I'm sorry that it's not letting you chat. That is an absolute shame. There are times I do not understand how this particular platform decides to comport itself. But this is also why I am available elsewhere around the web. For many reasons. For even if I lose this platform, or something were to go wrong, or I just completely give up on trying to interact with or something, there's still plenty of ways to find me around the webs, and I've definitely put those links in my bio so that people can follow me where they wish. Oh, does adding an emoji help? Oh, I love a good slow-cooked dinner. Crock pottery is always so good. Oh my god, I love it. Absolutely adore that. So, Niz says, I decided to take a break from dating and not centering men in my life. Oh, that's so lovely, darling. I applaud you, I honestly do. It's hard to take yourself off of the dating scene, as it were, because I think we all value companionship of some variety. But yes, when you get down to brass tacks and when you're looking at the dating pool that is being presented to you, quite often it is not the dating pool that you've been looking for. Quite often it seems about as shallow as a kiddie pool and less inviting. So I applaud stepping back for your own health and mental safeties. Now, that's saying that the right person won't come along? You might have a meet cute. You might find them in a place that you did not expect. Who knows? But honestly, some of the best people I've ever dated didn't start because of an app or being in a dating pool. They just happened across, and we had a really good time, enjoyed each other's company for a while, and then decided, let's try some extra. And quite a few of those worked out for a good long while, and some of them just didn't. Oh, that part. When you start having more self-esteem, it is amazing how you will suddenly go, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. I don't need this. Will me and William move in together next year? I have no idea. I am not that kind of a clairvoyant. I do intuitive and I do card readings for a reason. And by all means, if you wish to, pay for a card read, go ahead, have that. It's $5 per card. But as a direct predictive, it actually doesn't even feel like will exists. There is no William. I rarely do free readings. If you value my time, my effort, and my skill, then a small amount of appreciation as such is the thing that you do for artists, for performers, and for anybody else that you would wish a service from. That is not a reprimand. By no means is that a reprimand at all. That is my simple reasoning. And I would much rather people know my reasoning rather than not. So, my goodness, thank you so much for getting me up over 6K likes. Thank you so much. Thank you. Now, if you are a subscriber, you do get one free card pull every month. Yes. I need to be able to buy groceries. I need to be able to pay phone bills and regular bills so that I can actually have a place to exist and still be able to do all those things that create content, that create, joy, fear, love, lust, whatever you want to call it, and emotion, and moves people to be here and exist as well. It's part of the community. Now, if we were not in a capitalist hellscape society, slightly different means. Slightly different ways of going about it. But it is what we are, and here we are doing the thing. So, yeah. No, so if you look at my finger right here, there's a little star and it has like a 32 out of 53. Those are subscribers. Subscribers get extra little perks like the single card pull each month. They get like emojis that they can use that nobody else does. Sometimes when I do like subscriber only videos, they are the only people who will actually get to see that. Nobody else does. So there are some exclusivities. Oh, thank you so much. Hello, darling. How are you doing? Thank you for the gift. Thank you so much for coming along. How are you doing, my dear? It's been a while. Not the longest of whiles, but still. I'm doing okay, you know, my best. I'm always doing my best. All the good stuff. Working on the spicy stuff. Trying my best to actually write that next chapter. I'm in the middle of 3 short stories right now, and I just can't seem to quite get past a little bit of a writer's block I've got. Other than that, you know, it'll work out. How are you doing, my dear? And did you remember to get your card pulled this month? Would you like me to pull for you, my dear? Oh, thank you so much, my darling. Thank you for the new subscription. I think I linked my AO3 here. If you go to AO3, Archive of Our Own, I am in a battery. You will be able to read it. Yes, it is very... It's Call of Duty fan fiction. That should tell you everything you need to know right there. Thank you, darling. Solo Giovanni, shade number 5. A little bit of a lip pencil liner around. A little NYX Modern Dreamer palette, the more silvery one. And then just a little hint of a holographic gloss over the top. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Let me pull for Allie and then I'll pull for you, Lily. Nice. I do love when you get to read creative writings. Finally! Oh my god, finally a non-major arcana. The Two of Wands. Two of Wands, kind of like actively, patiently waiting. Hello, Bella, hello, and thank you so much for all the likes, the loves, the gifts, the subscriptions, everything. Been absolutely fantastic. Two of Wands feels a lot like actively waiting, but also you making a decision. You're deciding if you should clock a bitch with a stick, aren't you? I say actively waiting, and they're like, yeah, I'm just waiting to catch. I hate when I'm right, but I also love when I'm right. Yeah, clock them. Fucking clock them. Stop being polite to people who are actively trying to get in your way. Don't suffer a fool, because that fool will knock over your gathering. That fool will knock over the tent. Don't suffer them. It's not their day. It's not their moment. It's not for them. It's for you. So don't be polite. Stop sparing the rod. That child is spoiled. Not a real child, not an actual child, a figurative child. I have to be clear of these things. I have to be clear. Like, now I understand why I didn't ask, or why I didn't pull a major arcana on that one. It's like, we already both know the answer. We already both know the answer, and major violence does not need to be part of that, but yeah, you can definitely set her in her place. Lily, let's also get these mixed and pulled for you as well, my dear. Hello, hello, welcome on in. How do you do? Hopefully everyone is doing well. Oh my. Yes, we do. We should arrange a time to chat. Most definitely. Nine 153. Can somebody look up angel number 9153? Sorry, when my spirits, deities, ancestry, whatever you want to call it at this point, find a new way to actually communicate with me, apparently this is what they're going to do now. The Hermit, but in reverse for our dear Lily. So Lily, I pulled for you the Hermit, but in reverse. The Hermit is usually coming up when you need to pull back a little bit and when you need to kind of invest in yourself, do some introspection, a little navel gazing, that kind of thing. It's not a bad thing, it tends to be a thing. But if you go too far into hermit mode, you become reclusive. And you become cut off, disassociated from a lot of things that used to bring you a lot of emotion, usually a lot of joy, a lot of enjoyment. But you step so far back that you kind of disconnect from everyone and everything. And it's hard to know how to get yourself reintegrated. That's always the difficult part. But start just by being around people. You can be around people and still prioritize yourself. You have to learn to say no to them or say, oh, hey guys, thanks. That was fun hanging out for a couple hours. Oh, but the party's not over. Yeah, I get that, but I've come. I've been social. It's been a very good thing. I just need to go recharge. Thank you so much. I really did enjoy this, and then leave. Reminding yourself that you're not beholden to other people is one of the first ways to start. But don't cut yourself off from interacting with people, trying to save yourself that extra step of interaction. That interaction is a good thing. It's how you stay social. But yeah, learning to set those boundaries, I understand that. But you've done it so much now that you've become almost recluse. And that's causing you frustration and consternation. Because yeah, again, you feel like you're missing out on things, but you're also trying not to have certain interactions. Versus actually just learning to set your boundaries. And setting your boundaries is a good place to start. hope that makes sense. Yeah, hope that makes. Yeah. Oh yes, darling, of course. Of course, they can't quite see me over here. Let me readjust so everybody can get it. Thank you very much, darling. A little further away. There we go. Hello, darling. How do we do? If anybody has any questions, do feel free to ask. I know I garner so many questions. As long as you're asking in good faith, we should be just fine. Aww. I do my best. Most of them are very low cost. Some of them were actually found by followers who then sent them to me. Some of them are... My brain went derp. Sheen, usually that's, you know, rather inexpensive and I absolutely adore them. Sometimes I just go thrift storing. Yeah. I think what you're asking is, will I get revenge on people that did me wrong? Send me $100 and I will answer that question with my cards. I have not been able to touch corsetry in quite some time. Just everything has been absolutely up in the air. But also because it's summer, I found out real quick the hard way that I overheated so insanely fast. Because it is like 85 degrees inside, and that extra layer of corsetry was overheating me like something awful. I still will be making them, but right now they are unfortunately not high on the list of things to get done because of how frickin' warm it is, and not even hardly been able to like try them on and wear them for more than like half an hour. Oh Lord, yeah, no, you understand heat real well. Vegas is so insanely hot. And just, there's no moisture in the air. There's no moisture in the air. I don't understand how you survive. Because I live in Southern California. And we don't have the most humidity. We're not Louisiana. It's not like breathing soup. But we got some moisture in the air. You go outside in Vegas and exhale and you're like, yeah, like cottonmouth instantly. Just, and just my nasal passages every time I stepped outside. Oh, nope. I should have prepped. Oh my. I have quite a few fans apparently who are in Florida and they're like, yeah, it's humid. It's humid. I'm like, y'all can see the water hanging in front of your face and you just kind of walk through it, don't you? They're like, Right? I did a Renaissance fair once in Nevada. I could not drink enough fluids to ever feel like I had enough moisture, enough anything in my body. I was constantly dry everywhere. And it was so uncomfortable because I know I was supposed to be sweating, but even my sweat was like, we give up. That shit is far too dry. I'll believe it. I'll believe it. Because, okay, so in California, we have multiple different zones. So you can go to the mountains, to the desert, and to the beach all in the same day. If you start in the morning at the beach, you can be in the desert in roughly 2 to 3 hours, and you can be up in the mountains in another couple of hours after that. So, like, between the elevation shock and the moisture shocks, you will not be having the best of days. Oh, you did! Oh, you did that! Oh, no! I'm sure your body was like, really? Oh, no. You can definitely enjoy it all, but your body will tell you real quick, real quick, when you're, like, pushing it too far, as it were. Because, yeah, no, you can go from plenty of moisture, next to no, and then, again, plenty of moisture. But mountain air can be really weird. If it's warm, the moisture level is okay. If it's cold, there's not nearly enough in the air for you to breathe properly. Oh, you're in Gilroy. Oh, my God. Gilroy? Oh. So Gilroy grows, I believe, it's like the garlic capital of the world, isn't it? They grow a lot of things, so they have a lot of agriculture that goes on. And tons of surrounding, like, dairies and sheep and whatnot. So the amount of humidity in the air from things being constantly watered or having open water sources, it gets so muggy, and the air just can get so stale. So stale sometimes. That. Same here in Vegas. Snow in the mountains, 40 minutes away, and there's also a lake. And the Colorado River. Yep. It's just hot in Texas. I'll believe it. I believe it. I fucking believe it. Like, I am convinced that Texas barbecue is just people standing outside with meat in the sun. There's no actual fire involved. You're just like, it's just hot out here. It's just hot. It's hot. It's hot. We're just gonna stand around with a carcass, and the sun will do the work. So we're good. Yeah. Let's see. About another 40 minutes. Oh, goodness. Oh, that's just about to overheat. Give me a half second. I'm going to grab something and hopefully cool you all down. Oh yeah. Oh, I love the Northern California Renaissance Fair. I did that for a number of years. But yeah, like, I absolutely adore the NorCal Ren Fair, but like, there have been a couple times just on the way up usually that there's something about the weather and you're like, oh, this is gonna be a bad weekend. And yeah, it'll be like 1,000 degrees and then just muggy as hell, and all you can smell is dairy farms and garlic, that is not a good combination. Oh, actually, party trick. My career profession is not witch. What I am trying to do, as I'm also, looking for a job, like a 9 to 5-ish, is I'm doing a lot of content creation. And I am trying to spread out all the different places of where my finances come from. I lost my corporate job about a year ago. Yeah, about a year ago. And have not been able to find steady since then, so I am diversifying and trying to invest in myself and my skills, which just happens to be what I am. Basically, don't put your mouth over the ring, put it inside the ring, create a nice tight seal, and then open the back of your throat, basically the tonsil area, in a very quick manner. Do not try and literally inhale, but just open the back side of your throat in a very rapid manner, kind of pulling down into the bronchioles, and it will collapse the inner walls. Just make sure you don't do this with a reinforced steel can, or like a Heineken, because Heineken used to have the barrel-shaped cans. Don't do it with one of those. You will, I'm so dead serious, you will harm yourself. You will so harm yourself, because that one is almost impossible to crush inwards. It does not have that kind of a crush zone. So yeah, if you can't easily flex those walls a lot with your fingers, don't do it. Don't do it. It's basically a strongman feat at that point, and if you are not a strongman, if you're not a person who does the training for that correctly, don't do it. You do not want to harm yourself. You could harm your lungs, but more rightly, you'd probably also fuck up your throat, so yeah. So, what other questions do we have? Do feel free. This is a low judgment place. Tend to hang out, chill, talk, do all those kind of good things. Just have a bit of fun. This is what a salon is about. It's about decompressing. It's about exchanging social information. We're having discussions thereof, much like a speakeasy. Does anybody know if Total Mayhem is on tonight on World of Warcraft? Or not World of Warcraft, on Blizzard. Overwatch 2. Fuck, that moment. So I might want to catch a couple rounds with that for myself. So what are the major things going on right now? I'm trying to think. Is anybody else's algorithm just been absolutely wild lately? Just not the usual. It's just not the usual. Because usually I'd get a decent amount of decent amount of stuff coming out of the watermelon place and updates and whatnot about stuff surrounding that. Just recently, though, I don't know what has... I don't think it was anything I did, because I definitely didn't start interacting with a lot of the stuff that's been coming across my feed lately. But just, like, somehow I'm getting more and more, like, frat boy stunts kind of things, and I'm just like, this has never been part of my algorithm. I actively show no interest in, do not interact with, actively ignore, or sometimes will even block certain accounts, because I'm just like, yeah, this is definitely not me, so boop. Also, like, way more gossip, like gossip type stuff, which, nothing wrong with gossip. Gossip is kind of how you exchange certain informations and where you get your ideas of, like, oh, this might be a rabbit hole I want to go down. But, like, this has just been, like, gossip. Not, like, pertinent stuff, but more like, oh my god, did you totally hear about this? Because da-da-da. I'm like, there are so many more things that are so much more serious going on in the world. Or at least of more portents going on in the world. And instead, it's like everybody's trying to start these weird little beefs. I'm like, why? Right, that part. It's about people I would never know about. Never, because, like, either their lifestyle's so wildly different than mine that there would never be an interaction, or just I don't know, just it seems like a nothingness, or next to a nothingness, and it ends up giving them way more credence than what they should have had for doing it in the first place. Hello, darlings. How do you do? How do you do? I'm holding a multi-stream right here, so feel free to have at. So I don't sit still well, so I fidget, hence the shuffling of cards. But yes. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh. Let's see, today is Monday, tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll try to have something prepared, something planned out. I had a thought and it completely left my head. So, how's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully most people have gotten out of work, or you're just here to help decompress and whatnot. This is what a salon is for, and that's what we do. So I'm streaming currently in multiple places. I am streaming here, as well as YouTube and Twitch currently. I'm still trying to get everything to work correctly for Instagram as well. But also I found out for Twitter, apparently you have to have one of the premium accounts in order to live stream from a computer, which is just asinine. I think, I want to say this is one of the ones that, oh no, it's regular Pepsi, okay. So, ice cold Pepsi, just a bit of extra ice in it, because, Pepsi's okay when it's room temperature, but it's not something I want to put in my mouth, per se. So yeah, I like most of my drinks rather cold, but especially my sodas, they have to be cold. It's not bad, but it, you know, it is what it is. I don't know why, I just needed some sort of a fizzy drink. I'm a simple creature. What could I say? Ooh, absolutely adore Dr. Pepper. They didn't have any. It just did not have any. Went to the $1.25 store, got some essential cleaning products and whatnot there. But yes, they did not have any Dr. Pepper, which they usually do. And I mean, a big can for $1.25 is not bad at all, to say the least. To say the least. But yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. I think I might be on. If you like spicy things, and yes, by spicy things I mean anybody of any gender. You are not precluded because you somehow match me. I'm polyamorous, gender fluid, pansexuals, all those things. But if you find that you like spicy things, I think I'm going to be over on the LF platform. I'm probably just hanging out there, being my inner battery self and whatnot. If you need anything, by all means, let me know over there. I know sometimes people don't know where to ask me about certain things, so I let you know ahead of time. Ah, no problem. I just saw it pop through, my dear. Ba, ba, ba. If anybody else does need cards, Blinks and Lio, I believe the first two. Oh my goodness. Ooh, we're getting close to that 9,000, aren't we? So yes, Blinks and Lio, and if... Let me start the whole thing. Tarot cards are $5 a piece. If you need them, just check the Blinks and Lio for payment methods. There we go. Love the acting. What does this mean? I have to know what this means. What does love the acting mean? Are we talking about the accent? Something I'm working on, though it does still wander. Sorry, I asked because you weren't the first person who's said this over the last several days, so I'm wondering if there's something more behind it, much like demure. Because I did miss the demure train just a bit. Oh, 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups, but in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse is... It was a dream. It's become a bit of a nightmare. There was a lot of hard work put into your efforts. And it feels a bit for naught. Nothing per se went directly wrong, but it also did not turn out the way it was supposed to. And you don't know where, you don't know why. There was no particular prediction that would have changed its course, but it feels like you really put a lot of hard work into something, you presented it, and it did not at all come out the way you were hoping it would. And you're not sure how to salvage that. You're not sure how to rectify that. It's like, can I fix it? Do I fix it? Don't. You put so much of yourself and your perceived worth on this thing that when it did not turn out the way you wanted it to, or needed it to, you feel a little bit forlorn about it. You didn't do anything wrong. Honestly, there's nothing wrong with what you did. It is the way of the world, the roll of the dice. A little bit of a wheel of fortune was involved here, and just the dice didn't quite shake out the way you wanted them to. But that doesn't mean anything against you, and that does not mean that you won't have another go at it. Don't try and salvage the thing that you feel has gone off course, because you're always going to be resentful of that. But don't let it discourage you from taking on yet another project or doing something else. Like, allow yourself that comfort of, I tried and it didn't work out the way I thought it was going to. It worked out, but it just didn't go the way I wanted it to. Okay, go back, try it again. Maybe if I do a slightly different method and refine it in a slightly different way, it'll be better. And you're more than likely right that it will be better once you've refined your technique. Just this particular time around, it went a little bit sideways. Oh, you're welcome, darling. You're absolutely welcome. I'm going to put this on a block of ice because we're getting a bit of an overheat. Heck yes! I cannot wait for October. Honestly, because I do so much of my, artwork in October. Because of Inktober, Artoween, all those kind of little things that they do. Where did I put my... let me find my tripod real quick. You're gonna go in my freezer for a few seconds. There we go. Hello, darlings. Sorry, I needed a snack. How do we do? There we go. Oh, goodness. Hello, everybody. How do we do? Yes, I popped out the fangs, mostly because I need a little something to eat. Which means those fangs would then get in the way and become a bit of a choking hazard. So, what shall we discuss? What shall we talk about? There we go. I have so many drinks out. Jesus, could you have put more ingredients in there? Yep, this is the kind of thing I will only be eating once. My dentures are being so weird today. I have to pop them real quick. Give me a half second. Hello, darlings. How are we today? I put on the schedule also when I would be on. So Monday through Wednesday, definitely here. Thursday through Saturday, a little bit more up in the air. I don't know why, but I thought that would be... Yes, right? I don't know, I thought it would be more sweet, but I'm not mad at it. It's very fluffy. It's a very mild cream. Pardon me. It's not bad. I don't know why I expected the cream to be more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, this is a very dense cream. But again, not mad at it. It's like, it's dense in a good way. I'm like, for some reason, I thought there'd be, oh, there's where the rest of the cream went. It's a cream cheese. It's like a cream cheese cream. That was the flavor I was trying to... Oh, okay. There we go. I love the name. It fits. Yeah, it's a cream cheese cream. Okay, I like that. I like that. Now that explains the density of it. I'm not mad at that at all. Boy, they were not wrong though when they said about 400 and some odd calories. I'm like, really, for a bun? Or yeah, oh yeah. Like, honestly, I could do a bit of fruit with it. Make my own little fruit sando. Okay, that's not bad. But yeah, no, this is it's definitely, you can taste where the calories went. I think I have about half of that, and that's more than enough for me at the moment, so how's everybody doing tonight? How do you do? Actually, oh, is that the wrong cord? I think that's the wrong cord I have right now. These should be shorter. Yep, that's the wrong cord. Hello, darlings. How do we do? How do we feel? Let's see this. One of these cords I actually kind of need to get rid of because it's not doing its job and it could become dangerous. Hello, my darlings. Welcome to this Monday. How are we? Ooh, we're over 9,000. Thank you so much for all the likes, for the love, for the shares, for the gifts, the everything. Everybody's quiet. I don't know why it is, but the larger my audience, or not the larger, Like, the more I have an audience, like, for the longer amount of time that I have an audience, I always expect more people to, like, speak, talk, banter, get in with it, participate. I always get... I don't know where to go when people don't talk. Ooh. And I should have held that level, but I didn't, so... there we go. There we go. Just doing every time. Ah, fair enough, fair enough. I know, but I'm always so used to having to hold the conversation when I'm being the extroverted one, and these always feel like I'm the extroverted one, so, because I'm hosting. Thank you so much, Bella, and so much, Ali Ray. Let me reset. I'm so sad and lonely. So what did I have to do? Well, I had some pot stickers a little bit early on, just before I got on, actually. I think for after dinner, I'm going to probably do some steamed shumai. Because I love a good brightly colored dumpling, and just suddenly that, like, seafood sounds really good. Ooh, maybe I'm low on iodine. Or maybe I just need seafood. But yeah. Writing-wise, I'm in the middle of writing 3 different short stories / chapters. So, I'm in the middle of writing a scene between Ghost and Holmes. I'm in the middle of writing a scene, or a chapter that is probably going to be a high amount of violence. And that's for my Call of Duty fan fiction that is the Reverse Harem. And then I'm working on a short story, at least an intro story, for Inna Bathory and her relationships to, like, Laika and certain other people. I'm not sure if I want to make that like part of my overall AU fic, or if I just want to, like, start it with that so I kind of have, like, a jumping off point and, like, get to explore my characters just a little bit. But yeah, Laika is a werewolf in almost all of my stories, and Inna is a vampire, and they're actually in a relationship. So yeah, if you're into the monstery kind of stuff, apparently I've now breached that realm. So yeah. Right, shrimp shumai is so good. Like, I love those little dumplings. Just, the seasoning is always really nicely done. It's got a good flavor to it. Like, that, and they always get the thickness of it, because I've tried, I only tried once, homemade dumplings. I could not get the skin the right density. It just did not work. It was not meant for me. I am drinking a honey lavender latte from Tout Le Jour. They have a little Tout Le Jour in the H Mart that I went to when I took everybody on the shopping trip, so picked up a nice little bit of something there. Yeah, no, like, I can do something much more akin to pasta. I have the stuff to do, much more akin to pasta. Like, pasta, much easier. Those dumpling wrappers, on the other hand, oh my god, nope. It was disaster. But yeah, so much fun. The cream sando it's not bad. I don't know if like, the ingredients list on the back was literally a mile long, and I'm like, let's see. I think I'm scheduled to be on LF for a couple of hours tonight. I might be on for an hour, see how it goes. And then if I'm just not really getting much there, I might wander off to record some things. But yeah. Pardon me. Oh. Oh, I think I can hear sound and almost smells at this point. Jeez. Pardon me. You know when you hit just the right point, not too far in, but just that right point where you can actually just, you ever get that itch like in your ear, but you do not want to put like a fingernail in there because you're like, I don't want to damage myself. Q-tip. Oh my god, a Q-tip. So let's see, we're coming up on 6 o'clock. Oh, my poor phone keeps overheating, my goodness. Do you mind if I put you guys kind of facing the ceiling just for a little bit on top of an ice block? I just don't want my phone's battery to blow itself out. And everybody, this is your notification to go take a bio break. Get something to eat, get something to drink, you know, stretch, do what you gotta do. Give me about 5 minutes myself and I will be right back, okay? Let's put this on pause. There we go. Hopefully that cools down my battery just a touch. So, how's everybody doing? Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, we're over 10,000 now. Thank you, my darlings. Gotta love a good fine bit of coffee. So, how is everyone? Hopefully decompressing well. Taking a bit of steam off. Gods, I can't wait to be back in my corsets. Even I admit I miss having my corsets on quite a bit. Ooh, just got back from practice. Yay! Musical practice, sports practice. Do we get to ask? Hopefully it was fun. Pilates, silk. Pole dancing. Yes, pole dancing is a sport, and it is absolutely fantastic to watch. Ooh, volleyball. Nice. Volleyball is one heck of a workout. I remember doing it back in the day, PE and whatnot, but I thought it was absolutely fantastic. And honestly, the amount of successful volleyball animes out there should tell you how much of a love sport it is. Though I am not a fan of the Olympic official uniforms, or the fact that people have had to fight so hard to give women shorts. Goodness. There we go. Oh, yes. I mean, not only is it's not just about, it's not just about the serve, it's not just about the setup. I mean, there is so much physicality that goes into getting in the right place at the right time in very short order. You're constantly sprinting to one thing and then getting back into place. You're doing, oh god, what was the name of those damn things? I hated them to death. Basically, you run from one end to the other end, you touch, you run back, you touch, you run back. Those. It's basically wind sprints all day, but it's your sport, to say the least. Not to mention, ooh, boy, that ball can come in at all kinds of speeds, so... But yeah, no, it's very much a workout, and I don't think people understand how much of a workout volleyball can be. Hello, my darlings. We'll face this down just a touch so you can actually see what I'm doing. And don't worry, Oh, am I? Oh, goodness. Hi, Soybean. How do you do, my dear? Oh. Come on, TikTok. Don't be a dick. Like, yep, no, I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. I am connected to my Wi-Fi. It is ever so blessedly warm in here as well. Oh no, not making your brain work. We can't do that. Can't have that. If your brain works, the world ends. Hello, darling. Quite nice, although roughly 2 bags of groceries was about $100. But we got some decent stuff. There we go. Oh, so much better. So, let's see, what did I get altogether? I picked up a good amount of fruit, some good snacks, some drinks, oh yeah, some ready meal stuff. So yeah, I think I've got food basically for about the next 2 weeks if I play it right, and my brain doesn't decide that it doesn't like the safe foods that I already have. Yes, we had a very good time at the shopping adventures. Now, if people ever do want to sponsor shopping trips and whatnot for like groceries or, you know, getting out of the house, going and doing things, especially around Southern California, by all means, there are quite a few ways that you can sponsor one of those. Just ask politely or check Blinks and Lyle. Oh, actually, I should probably write a blog tonight about the shopping and everything else that I did. I bet it'd actually be a good thing. Ooh. They had some beautiful, giant mangoes at the store today, but they were rock hard. I couldn't even. There's nothing I can do with a good... Like, there are many things that I like rock hard. A mango is not one of them. That is unpleasantness. And who knows how long it'll take it to ripen. So how big are the mangoes? Where did you get them? Were they good? What do I know about being rock hard? Darling, so many things. So very many things. Because it's been routinely 85 degrees and above in my apartment, so having a 3-layer steel-enforced corset wrapped around my body has, unfortunately, it raises the temperature of my body significantly to the point where it becomes a fainting danger, which is the only reason I have not been wearing my corsets much more recently. I tried a few times and just kept routinely getting overheated and feeling like the world was suddenly shrinking, which is one of the precursors to you just going beep. I'm like, well. Ooh. Gotta love a good mango. Because honestly, a good mango, I don't care if you feel like a cave person eating it if it's just that damn juicy, but yeah. Got to love a good mango. Found my Earl Grey macaron. I knew I put it around here somewhere. Also from Tour Le Jour. You're not wrong. You're not. Some people will just peel and munch away and you get covered. It just happens. Others, they like actually will learn how to cut it up and make it into these fun little squares and everything that you can eat from the skin. But yeah, no, every time I'm confronted with mango, I'm like, I already know I'm gonna look like a heathen. So, unfortunately, not just because of my size, but because of how I tend to move myself, I need things that are strong in nature to begin with. If you were to use something like, say, lightweight cotton, it wouldn't hold. It would not give shape. It would very quickly relax and begin to lose shape very, very rapidly because it would not be able to hold up against the tides, not only of the chest, but the fact that I'm built like a bull ox. So, and I don't tend to be one of these very dainty, very demure. I tend to be, I'm dainty and demure. So, it is what it is. Oh, I love that. After I eat one, it feels like I could carry a barn across a field. That is just a fantastic way to say it. There we go. Nothing against the macaron at all. Earl Grey is not my favorite flavor. I thought I was having a tea day. I was like, oh yeah, tea's gonna be... What? No. Like, overall, flavor is fine. If you like Earl Grey, you will definitely like this. Cookie is perfect. Absolutely fantastic. Just... yeah, no. I'm not feeling the Earl Grey, and that's a me thing. It's not an anybody else thing. Soybean. The moment you almost start laughing so hard that you're going to spit whatever's in your mouth, but the etiquette side of you will not allow you to just spit. And then I couldn't remember how to swallow. That's a new kind of problem. Honestly, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It's weird. I have found it is much more in my nature to be more domesticated. Sounds wrong. I tend to be more domestically sensitive when I'm in a place where I'm well taken care of. I have noticed that. I have definitely noticed that. When I am well taken care of, flit about, make the house, do the things. It is an odd turn, to say the least. Hello, Putty, my darling. Hello, Bee. How do you do? Maria Jebediah. Oh, my God. Hello, darlings. Hello. How are we all doing today? Now, if anybody does have subscribership and you need your one card pool, by all means, do feel free to ask. Goodness pardon. So sad and lonely. What is Cavender's? Because I don't think I've ever been... Is it Cavender's or Cave Enders? Because my brain read it as cadavers. So now I need clarification. Oh, okay. Western Boot Store. Got it. This makes more sense now. Because I'm like, I know that I read that wrong. So we're gonna need clarification. I'm like, either I read it so incredibly wrong that I'm right, or some sort of spelunking / hiking store. I'm pretty, okay? I am being pretty. I'm pretty. Oh, I feel like sitting again. Oh, maybe we can come up with a couple of topics for me to research over the next day or so. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that. I accidentally pulled something. Oh. I'm trying to think. Look up manatees? I don't think those manatees ever recovered after Columbus, honestly. Also, did you know the poor things, they can actually sunburn? And they sunburn when the algae layer that is on their skin gets taken off. Which is why the a-hole who scraped a particular person's name into a manatee, that poor thing is still not quite recovered from it because they did it a massive disservice by taking the algae off. Poor thing. Oh yes, that is like a crawl space into like an attic type area, like a crawl space attic, not a attic. But yes it is. And apparently it used to be a skylight, just because when you open that panel up, like you can tell that there used to be something else there. So I think there might have been a skylight in that area, and then I guess when certain things got remodified, they just made it into the crawl space entry. So 1920s-ish craftsman home or craftsman apartment. So like there's lots of cabinetry and stuff that's built in just right there. Yeah. I mean, crawl spaces can be really fun adventures sometimes. Other times, you're just like, there are things that I don't need to know that badly. There are things that I just don't need to know that badly. I just don't. I don't. No. Look, I had a major spirit of adventure and chaos and discovery as a child, especially, and honestly well into my adult years. But I learned at times you have to listen to the intuition, and if the intuition is like, listen, I want to know what's in the box as much as you do. But you remember Hellraiser, right? Does this feel like that kind of a moment? Yeah, maybe we shouldn't then. Yeah, no, maybe we shouldn't. So, occasionally, I will listen to the Better Angels. No, I didn't. Oh, goodness. No, in fact, it didn't even come across. It literally did not even print it. Like, I'm guessing that you could see it on your side. I cannot see it on my side. I hate it when Clock App does stuff like this where they don't let stuff through. Like, let me moderate my own feed. Okay, so I'm like, because if it's a good joke, I want to know. If it was a good joke, I want to see it. Like, there are times I really get irritated with this app. But again, this is why I'm starting to diversify where I am and where I show up, because if they're going to be like this, might as well be places where people can be, you know, they can say what they need to say. And I have moderation over it there. I see, now if an Earl Grey joke can go against the law, then I really want to see it. I really want to see it at that point. Just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. This is part of why I find some of the beef that British people get into with us so funny. Because A, they don't seem to understand American sarcasm whatsoever. They think that when we say stuff, they take it literal more often than not, I've seen. They take it so fucking literal, and we're just going, like me and every other American is going, did they miss the part where it went over their heads that like this was a fucking joke? Like, this was a ha-ha. This was a ha-ha. This is not a seriously taking a run at, like, I don't think that British people quite understand how badly an American could truly roast them, their culture, and so much that they hold dear if we truly wanted to go in on it. And more often than not, we're just like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. They don't even use spices. It's not worth it. No, I do not. I don't see anything, Robbie. Like, I'm trying to think of any which way that you could get. Let's see. I don't think I have any. No, I don't like, and I don't have. It's nothing that is showing up on my side that would be like, this is being like blocked. Like, because sometimes they'll say, oh, you know, we're filtering for community. Da 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 da. I'm like, oh, I'm not seeing anything. I mean, it was either Sprite or, you know, the weight of the souls of oppression that she... I'm honestly, I'm guessing it's most of the places that, you know, she took from kindly came back to visit her because they were like, you know what? You've lived long enough. Eating Earl Grey. I mean, I don't know, does Earl have a job? Is he British? Because I can work on that. Earl Grey or Earl Salt and Pepper? I have a job, but I'm a Texan. What can I say? What can I say? Just. But yes, I think we've got about. I got about 30 minutes left here. I'll take you boot scooting. Just don't expect me to have rhythm of any variety. I don't know what it is. I am a half step off of rhythm when it comes to country, and I am a half step off when it comes to everything else. I can emo, I can goth, I can do those. Those that do not really require rhythm, yes, I can be there, I can do that, but I I don't know what it is. My rhythm is always half off, like half a beat off, and then I start overthinking it, and it only just goes downhill from there. Okay, good. At least we'll be on the same foot, or, well, maybe the wrong foot, but either way. I swear, it's like, I don't know what it is, but I've never been a person who could get into rhythm very easily at all. I love the sounds. I love, you know, I love Screech singing along sometimes. Like, I love music, but I am fucking god awful at keeping rhythm of any variety when it comes to dancing. Hey, B, how you doing, darling? You're just sitting over there with the bass keyboard going, I hope nobody picks up on this. I really hope nobody picks up on this. You know, like, I swear, I thought the bass would have been a little bit deeper. And you're like, I don't know what to tell you. It must be the sound system. Thank you. Yeah, no, worst comes to worst. If you absolutely must, go through the DMs, because I find it hilarious that at times they won't let stuff come up on the feed. I'm okay, trying to relax with a bath. Don't feel fantastic. Oh, I'm sorry you don't feel too good, my dear. I'm hanging in there as best I can, reading cards as the normal, still trying to find still trying to find center. And yes, learning to put myself out there more, that's the hard part, is putting myself out there more, because I'm not a natural extrovert. Teacher tried and gave up. Well, you know. At least they tried. At least they tried. Oh. What is going on in the state of this world, I swear. Yeah, honestly, I think we were like sitting there just trying to tie those two loose threads together at this point. I can occasionally read cards for myself. It just tends to be a little bit difficult at times. Oh my goodness. By the way, thank you so much for the over 10,000 likes, for the loves, the shares, the everything. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Like, I appreciate this community for so many reasons, this especially. But let's see. I can occasionally read cards for myself, but I also recognize that I am biased. So sometimes my own negative bias gets in the way, sometimes my optimistic bias gets in the way, so it makes it a little bit harder for me to pull cards for myself. The funny thing is if I have somebody else pull the cards for me, that helps. If somebody else pulls, like I shuffle the deck and everything and I hand it over to them, or even if they shuffle the deck and they then put the cards out, I can then read them with a lot less bias put into them, because I'm not in control of the intention or the energy that goes in when somebody else does it. I hope that makes sense. Can't pronounce words. I mean, Spanish is a difficult language, and even though, Spanish and English are
cousins when it comes to language. They're distant cousins. So, yeah, like, Spanish is not an easy language. 2 weeks to say red? Rojo? I mean... Oh, that's right, No, this makes more sense. I'm sorry, my brain just put something together. That makes more sense now, though. Yeah, no, if you already have trouble with processing English, it can be even more difficulty when you're trying to learn a new language, because it's not rote memory, and it's not something you can just refer back to your notes, because you think differently, your brain processes shit differently. So yeah, there is that. Did you think your mood or feeling changes how you interpret? Yes. So that's what I mean by bias. When I am in a state of, like, not feeling great about myself, or just kind of being, like, down on a situation, or too tense about something, I know that my brain is going to, like, hyper-focus about that thing and put more bias on how the outcome is. So when I pull my cards, if I'm already in, like, kind of a negative headspace, they will pull much more negatively. Versus, like, when I'm in a yeah, I can do this, I got this, but I know that I pull much more to a different direction. So I know that my intent can also influence how it goes. Yes, so if you would like a reading, there are blinks in Lio. A couple of payment methods there. They are $5 per card. Cards are not usually a yes and no answer. They much more tell you kind of what's going on in your life, what information is pertinent, what information is salient, what you need to know, and some of the key markers to look for. It is not a hard and fast. You can absolutely change your future. You can absolutely change your future by doing different things. So it's more like a roadmap. So if you're looking for hard yes and no's, you're going to need a different type, because I am an intuitive reader, not a clairvoyant, ooh, I see directly into the future kind of reader. Do the cards crush your spirit all the time, or do they just tell you what you actually already know? That you need to do, but willful, spirited, and we love those things about you, but those get you in trouble too. Little bit of both. Little bit. A little bit of both. Little bit of both. You want me to call you out? Cause I can call you out. I can definitely call you out. Hey, darling, how are you doing today? Fair enough. I'm just saying. No. No. A, yes, I probably could. But B, I don't tend to like to interact with those who have passed on. Especially since you wouldn't actually be asking about somebody who passed on your side that would be willing to talk to you. Sometimes those who are not alive deign to stay that way. They're like, I said what I had to say when I was still living. They honestly do not like being woken up. They don't. They despise when people call on them. Like, it's one thing if, like, you're working with your ancestors and that's part of your craft and whatnot. But, like, for the most part, most of people who've been put to rest want to stay there. They don't like being poked at because they're like, I am not alive now for a reason. Let me rest. So they can be finicky. Soybean, I don't think we'd ever have to wake you. I have a very sinking suspicion you wouldn't leave in the first place. Oh god, I took that thing forever and a day ago. I want to say I'm an INFJ. Sometimes I registered a little bit more as an ENFJ, but I think the last time I took it I was an INFJ. So, but I'm by nature an ambivert, so sometimes introverted, sometimes extroverted. I'm on so many fences, as far as person and personality. I'm polyamorous, I am gender fluid, I'm pansexual, I'm a very let it happen as it will. Yeah, INFJ. That's the letters, yeah? The anagram, INFJ. So I, as an introvert, N... Oh god, it's been too long since I've been there. Keep forgetting what the N is. The F is like feelings. J is judgmental, but in the way that I place judgment on all of the evidence presented in front of me. I don't make rash decisions. I make decisions based on evidence. Oh, I don't remember the numbers. I do not remember the numbers. I only remember the letters. I don't remember the numbers. Oh. I wish I remembered the numbers. Part of me wants to take the test. The other part of me doesn't want to sit there for several hours answering questions. Thank you. Thank you. Introvert, intuition, feeling, judging. There we go. Yeah, I don't remember what the number scale was for me. Oh, Ghost Box. Those Ghost Box, Spirit Box sessions are quite something to behold at times. I mean, sometimes when you're a ghost, you just need a couple pennies so you can, pay the ferryman, as it was. Oh, I was just putting a big block of ices away, but I think I'm probably going to have some of those colorful shumai ever so shortly. That is funny, though. Well, if I've got nothing else to do and my brain so deems that I might actually do that tonight, then have a little bit more. But I also recognize that I have a psych degree, and the Myers-Briggs was sort of debunked a while ago, but it's still like a really fun Cosmo level test to take. But I know that having a degree sometimes will make you analyze things a bit more deeply. So I know sometimes I'm a bad subject. Well, the owl mug is being washed. I'll probably have it tomorrow, though. Actually, where did I... There we go. Oh. The fit check. feel you. I feel you. Like sometimes, yeah, something will just, when you get to taking those things and... So this is a honey lavender coffee from Tous les Jours. That's why I went to H Mart today to get some groceries done and whatnot. Ended up picking up some really nice macarons, because they always have the best macarons. A coffee, because they don't overdo it. And this is a chestnut cream bread. So, beautiful bread, chestnuts and cream in between each slice. I'm going to add probably like some blueberries or some other fruit to go on top and just have a like lovely little breakfast or something with that. So, yeah. Sorry, my brain suddenly thinks I had an entire thought process and it blinked itself out of existence. I think I had two incongruent thoughts. Two thoughts that didn't quite go together, and it went, this is a sentence I want to say. And then the sentence that started coming out of my mouth was completely different. I'm like, nope. Nope, yep. Definitely a conundrum, because honestly, I think I was going to ask something that I was meaning to ask elsewhere in spaces that are a little bit more friendly to those kind of questions. And then I was like, oh, that's right. I wasn't going to ask that kind of question here, because over here that question is a little bit more clock app might not like it. But yeah. Oh, is it lagging me in that way? Oh, that sucks. Hello, Dalton. How do you do? I promise you, I am... Give me half a second to see if I can... lag. And let's see if I can reconnect to my Wi-Fi and let... Oh, you might have, truly, might have. I'm pretty sure you did, but yeah. Hey! Pronouns she, her. Thank you so much for asking. I was very, very heavy into Itabathry a little bit earlier on. We're doing some card reads, all that kind of good stuff. Yay! I reset my Wi-Fi real quick. Every now and again that happens, so. I will be on Monday through Wednesday here from 4 to 7 each day. I'll be doing the card reads and whatnot. I'm trying to decide which days I want to be over on some of my other spicier platforms. So far, the only one that allows me to go live is LF. If I had a few more people over on OF, I would also be able to do live stream from there as well. But I'm trying to decide like where to be present, and when, and kind of like what to do. Because, you know, yes, showing up is fantastic, but like there needs to be something that's going on. And I like to chat. You know how it goes. Christmas? Should I ask? Did I miss something? Oh, Christmas worth of special gummies, maybe. Gotta love the gummies. Oh, give me half a second. Fair enough. Fair enough, my dear. But yes. I'm also trying to decide... Thank you, darling. Lovely fan sent me this, plus several other really cute tops from Plato's Closet up in Pennsylvania. And, oh, absolutely adore them. I have to modify a couple of the tops, hopefully this week, and then they will be there. You don't know name off a couple of the ingredients that you might have that sound good to you right now, and maybe we can suggest a bit of dinner from there. Aw. Aw. Soybean mozzarella sticks is always your answer. Mozzarella sticks with marinara sauce. And thank you, Amy. I love the chats. You have a mental health. I'm having a mental health kind of day. Just listening helps me ground a little. Aw. Thank you. It's what I aim to do. Even in my spicy work. That's the intention that I go in with, is being able to calm people down. Being able to, build a good story or build a good conversation and just enjoy the time together, as it were. Hello, darling. Hi, Boston. Aww. Well, I tend to be a low judgment zone, so that could be a big part of it. Ooh, chicken noodle soup, ramen, buffalo chicken wrap, or smoothie. Or just eat something. Definitely eat something. I would say... I almost want to say chicken noodle ramen? Yeah, what if you were to do a chicken noodle soup but with ramen as your noodle type? So I can see that being a good, going to, rest, relax. It feels good on your soul. Plus you get ramen, so I don't see the downside there, Oh, yes, I remember her. Oh, she's on TikTok. Really? I didn't even know. Right, no downside with ramen. People are chatting. Oh, she didn't pick the movie tonight. Darling, a chocolate bar is not a meal. I want you to go eat something real and solid, especially in the evening, so that you can sleep a little bit better. Why are you sad at a goldfish? Hey, Boston, how are you doing tonight? I haven't seen Song of James around for a while. Is he doing okay? Oh, it's a long story. Does it end with a toilet burial? Or are we talking like roses here? Oh, poor fishy. Right. Like, a couple weeks ago, everything seemed to stall. And yet, now everything is flying by. I think there might be something wrong with your fish, but... Oh, that's right, you've also had a little bit of something special, so... Well, darling, it's a goldfish, and goldfish are actually pretty damn good at breathing, even in a bag. But if you put them in a tank, they breathe even better. They don't dissolve, they just go and hide amongst the plants. So, I would say put them in their natural environment of a good tank. I don't know if I would put my fish in the sink. Oh, are they floating stomach side up? Or are they just resting near the top? Stomach side down, fin on back. Stomach side up, fin facing down. So sometimes they get a little shocky. They are nervous creatures and they have a weak constitution at times. But if literally you just got them today, you can usually take them back to the same pet store and ask for an exchange if they are like, beep. Oh, soybean, that gummy's hitting hard. That gummy is hitting so hard. Just saying. Is there anybody else out there, especially anybody who has subscribed, that would like to get their free card pull for the month? Because I know we're coming up on the end of August-ish. Oh, you got them at Walmart. Well, check their policy. You never know. But yeah, check their policy on pets and see if there's like an exchange or return policy, usually within like 24 hours. Because past 24 hours, they can't really guarantee much of anything, so. On the receipt for the animal that you bought, there's usually a policy on the back that will tell you whether or not they will exchange a fish. If your fish looks like it is in, imminent decline. Or will let you sometimes return the fish. Yeah, so just read what their policy, usually it's within a 24-hour period. But yeah, usually that policy is located on the receipt itself, which makes it a little bit easier to, take it back. And they might ask for a sample of the water that you put it in, so make sure you take like a small sample or bottle of water with you and go, yeah, this is the water it was in. Go ahead and test it. I did all the things, it should have been okay. Because sometimes they could have also just pointed out, like, oh yeah, no, your ammonia levels in your water far too high, and that points out other problems. So yeah, it might have been, oh, the tank water was not good. But yeah, like goldfish are just notorious for being incredibly easy to unalive because they are such, like, they are the rabbit of fish. Okay, they stress out so easily at times that you're like, good God. Darling, you're too tanked up. No, that is not something that fish get. And there's no. Don't let your brain think that way or else it starts to panic itself. No. Because fish can't. And even if they could, like, the possibility of a zoonotic form of meningitis that would jump from a fish to a human, beyond astronomically small chance of that ever fucking happening. Because they don't get it in the first place, as far as I know, at all. And B, our systems work so differently that for it to jump that barrier, like you would sooner win the lottery back to back for like 12 months solid than get that. Like when things jump from pigs to humans, that makes slightly more sense because we have a lot of things that function incredibly similarly. But yeah, like fish to human, incredibly rare. Two different environments that we live in. Bonding experience. It's not a bonding experience. Oh my God, no. No. Most fish breathe water, yeah. Only a few of them breathe air. Lungfish, certain types of catfish, bettas, arapaima, snakeheads. I think there's a few others that I'm thinking of, but none that I can bring up offhandedly. In other words, their lungs have developed in a slightly different fashion in which they need actual air and not just O2 that is dissolved in water. So they can survive in muddy, low oxygen pools because they've learned how to breathe a little bit of air across their very, very wet gills. Whereas other fish would just stop functioning. Because, you know, they can't breathe any sort of actual water. No, I'm not gonna ask. I'm not gonna ask what that even means. I am not even gonna ask what that means. They go both ways. Time for me to sign off. It is now 7 o'clock. I will see you all again tomorrow, roughly about the same time. Go to bed, but get something to eat first, though. But yeah, get something to eat, get something to drink. Everybody have a lovely night. I will see you tomorrow. Again, probably doing kind of the multi-stream thing, reading the cards, sitting, decompressing, having good conversation. Feel free to bring your questions, and we can have a good time. Thank you all!